else do we have? A couple more minutes. Everyone was kind of last minute, and here we are. So we'll get underway in about 90 seconds, guys. But once again, guys, this is kind of more of an add-on to what you can see at moneyIQ.tech, moneyIQ.tech, which is MONEYIQ.tech. There's a presentation there with PowerPoint slides that you can watch. This is more of a supplement to that. I'm going to go over 3 topics today. Why IQ? Talk a little bit more about comp plan, give you a little bit more details, and share with you kind of the game plan to when we launch. The launch is next Saturday, November. Next Saturday, November the 3rd, is the digital launch. So another 60 seconds, and we'll get underway, ladies and gentlemen. But my name is Chad Chong. I am out of Los Angeles, California, which, like I said, for some of the people who just came on, it is 5 a.m. right now. I don't really expect a lot of people from the U.S. to be on, but they are coming on, some early birds, especially on the East Coast. My good friend Ty is on here somewhere. I saw his name popped up, but there he is. Hey, Ty. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm excited to be here today, guys. Once again, I'm sharing with you. This is kind of more of a supplement on top of the presentation. And I want to share with you kind of why my thoughts and why myself and my wife, Natita, is excited about the opportunity in front of me. You know, for myself and my wife, 20 years in this industry, my wife, 18 years in this industry. We've been second generation network marketers. What does that mean? Is that we grew up in this environment, and we've been very fortunate that my wife's parents are elite leaders in this industry. My parents are elite leaders in this industry. And that was maybe one of the reasons why I wasn't involved in network marketing in the beginning, because I saw it as what my parents were doing. And as you may or may not know, some people might not want to do what their parents do. And that was me, unfortunately or fortunately. But I've grown to love this industry. I've grown to be very passionate about this industry. I am an ambassador of the industry called Direct Sales and Network Marketing. Why? Because it is true free enterprise. It gives everyone the ability to become successful. As I say, it doesn't matter if you just came out of jail or you just came out of Harvard University. Every single person have an opportunity to succeed here in this industry. So today I want to share with you a new project that virtually just came across our desk in the last couple of weeks. Not a couple of months, not 4 weeks, just the last few weeks that we've really dove in. Today is October the 27th. This is kind of my first kind of presentation publicly. In the last couple of weeks, it's just myself and my wife researching about what is in front of us, what is the opportunity. So for many of you, probably all of you here, it's kind of the first time you're seeing me on a stage of this nature, sharing with you the information of why we chose this company. And like I said, once again, this is a supplement on top of moneyIQ.tech. You can go there and watch the full presentation. So why is my wife and I so passionate about this? I always believe in wealth creation. See, making money is one thing, but creating wealth is another. And in my last 20 years, some of the best tips that was given to me is tips that is always been in my head that's nobody can take away from us. It doesn't really matter what company you've been involved in. If you're no longer in that company, most likely you're not using that product anymore. One thing that's always stuck with me through me building in this industry is the knowledge that was given to me that most people don't have. So what I call that is called a knowledge gap. You know, someone that's wealthier than you just knows something you don't know. Until you get into that information, dive into that information, that's how you bridge the knowledge gap. So I'm going to start with a simple principle. I mean, all of you here as professionals, or some of you might be new to this industry. If you haven't read the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, I suggest that you read the book straight away. In that book, it talks about how money works. How money works. And I'll be quick about this because today is supposed to be a quick supplement to what I said, the presentations out there. So if you don't know what this is, you need to go and Google Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. So you have the ability to understand how money works. Once you understand how money works, you're already at an advantage on how to build business, right? So here's the 4 quadrants in his book. On the left side, he talks about how you work for money. On the right side is about how money works for you. Now, on the top left is the employee quadrant. In this quadrant, 60% of people in the world is in that quadrant. On the bottom left quadrant is self-employed. 35% of people in the world are self-employed. Over here, 4% of people in the world are business owners. 1% of people in the world are what we call in the investor quadrant. Here's the thing, guys. If 99% of people in the world are not in the investment quadrant, then guess what? 99% of people are not qualified to give you advice if they're not in this quadrant. Here's the truth. The 1% of this quadrant controls over 95% of money in the world. So that's 1% controls over 95% of money in the world. So I always believe is go to the expert. If you want to know how to cook, talk to the best chef in the world. If you want to know how to play soccer, go to the best coach in the world. Unfortunately, in terms of learning wealth, 99% of people in the world are not qualified to teach you about wealth. So what I do is I generally do not take advice from my neighbors. Why? Unless you're living in your dream house. Unless you're living in your dream house, if you're thinking of moving to a nicer, bigger house, don't get advice from your neighbors. Why? Because if you do, you never get out of your area. So what I do is I'll go to the area that I want to live in, talk to those people, and seek advice from those people. Because if I get advice from people that live in the area where my dream house is, guess what? I get closer to living to that house. So it's very logical. Success is very logical. It's very easy to understand success once you get the right information. So in the industry of network marketing, guys, we normally talk about this why. We talk about this so that we compare why network marketing is the best option for everybody out there. As an employee, you get no time. You're working for someone else. Everybody on this call today, you either work for someone else or you work for yourself. Everyone, you either work for someone else or you work for yourself. Now, let me ask you a question. If you're unemployed, it means that you work for yourself, but not very well, right? So here's the thing. Over here, 95% of people in the world have to work for money. 5% of people in the world have money work for you. Now, all the professionals on here, you probably know exactly what that means anyway. But just for the purpose of today, I want to share with you is that an employee, we all know what it is. Self-employed, basically, I'll give you an example. Imagine you work as a chef assistant employee. You save up money and you say, you know what, I'm going to open my own restaurant. You become self-employed. Now, what is the difference between these two? You're still working for money. Over here is no time, no money. Over here, you have more of the no time because instead of working 9 to 5, now you're working 24/7 because of your own business. You may make a little bit more money, but you're not getting time. See, my goals in life is not to just make more money or be more successful, is to get more time. Every single one of us here, yes, we can make money, but we can't make more time. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, but one of my mentors taught me how to get more out of 24 hours. And here's how you get more on a side note. Here's how you get more out of 24 hours. If you wake up an hour earlier, if you sleep an hour later, you get about an extra 3 months a year of productivity. So it doesn't mean you wake up an hour early to watch TV. And it doesn't mean you sleep an hour later to watch more TV. But if you use the hour before and you use the hour after for work purposes, you get an extra 3 months a year. So my wife and I, we work as a partner. We work together as a power couple. So that's how we get an extra 6 months in a year. So most people have a 12-month year. We have an 18-month year because we add productivity by waking up a little bit earlier. So my mom asked me to get on Zoom to share with some of our Australian leaders about WhyIQ, about a comp plan and game planning. And the only time possible for me was at 5 a.m. Los Angeles time. So here we are at 5 a.m. Los Angeles time, talking to some of you guys around the world. Why? Is because my schedule for the whole day is already full. So I'm waking up 4 hours earlier or 3 hours earlier to get more productivity done. So we talked about that chef, being an employee, being self-employed, running your own restaurant. Now, what's the difference between S and B? Here is Chad's hamburger joint. Here is Chad running a franchise called McDonald's. What is the difference? We're still making hamburgers, but over here, there's a system behind that restaurant. This is where network marketing comes in. Now, network marketing gives you the ability to have a system behind you. There's a low entry point. There's a system that gives you the ability to create income. So if you're being in network marketing or people have shared with you network marketing, they talk about this, but they mainly focus over here. But today, I'm talking about the I quadrant. Why am I talking about the I quadrant? And most network marketing companies don't talk about it, is because the 1% of people have something 99% of people don't have. What is that? They have the extreme wealth and they have extreme time to spend with the wealth. Over here, you might have wealth or you might have money, but you don't have the time. So in life, if you could find a way to earn more money and get more time, this is the ultimate quadrant to be involved in, the I quadrant. And today, the company I'm going to share with you is called IQ. IQ stands for I quadrant. It gives you the ability to start straight in where the 1%ers are, learn about what they do, have an advantage of what they have, and in return, if you want to build a business, you can come back up to the B quadrant. It's kind of reverse. And that's why I'm so passionate, guys, because if I can affect people in the world that really don't have a chance, then I'm doing the right thing. Natina and I, when we saw this project about IQ, one of the things we said, can the 85% of people who is involved in this project, can they make $500? Literally, we look at it this way. When we look at a business, we look at it, 85% of the people, can they make an extra $500? For the people on this call today, you may say $500. That is not a lot of money. That's not what I want. That's okay. You are leaders. But think about a business that you have where 85% of the people in your business is making an extra $500 a month. You have a very strong business. The other matrix I look at is in the business, I want 15%, not 15, I want 10% of people to be able to make about $5,000, 4% of people to make about $50,000 a month, and 1% of people that can earn more than that. So where you fit in this percentage is literally up to you. That's why I love direct sales and network marketing, is because it's not about when you start, it's about what you do. It's not about when you start, it's about what you do. Every single person on this call have equal chance to be in any one of these categories is based on what you do. So over here, I see, there's a few people on here, right? Trey, there's Surya, there's Ray, there's John, there's Michael, Jennifer. It really doesn't matter when you start, it's about what you do with when you start. So all this here is based on your activity. Why I like where we are at IQ is because IQ really gives you the power to determine your future. In traditional network marketing, when you join, you need some skill sets. What skill sets do you need if you're a rookie in this industry? You need to know how to create a list. You need to know how to invite. You need to know how to prospect. You need to know how to present. You need to know how to handle objections. You need to know how to close. Then you need to know how to duplicate everything you just learned with someone who's new in a business. How is that easy? It is not easy. A true professional in this industry will take, in my opinion, maybe 7 to 10 years to learn every one of those skill sets to be proficient. But when you start in the I quadrant, here in IQ, why I'm so passionate is because every single person has the ability to acquire information, to acquire knowledge, and to get assistance in earning while they're learning without recruiting anyone. Yes, in what we're presenting today, if you have the ability to follow instructions, the ability to learn and educate yourself, you can be earning $500 without recruiting anyone. And that's why I'm passionate about this, is because if we can go to someone and from our system, let them learn how to earn a few $100s, now they're internally building their business instead of externally building their business. What do I mean by that? In traditional network marketing, you see a great opportunity. You tell your friends, and your friend says, how long have you been in it? Oh, I've been in it for 6 months. Next question, how long have you made? How much money have you made? You'd be like, I don't know, I'm learning. I've not made any money, but please talk to my superstar diamond upline who is making $1 gazillion a month, and he can help you, or she can help you. So it's gone into a third party where it's an external reason why your friend might want to join the business. Today, you have the ability, without recruiting people, to learn a skill set that nobody can take away from you, to learn some skills where you are able to earn some money. So now, what does that mean? Now you can follow our course and learn the success strategies for you to make a few $100s. And now when you go to your friend and they say, how much have you made? Oh, $200, $300. You could be the person that you went to school with them. You could be the person working as a cab driver. You could be a person working at 7-Eleven, and instead of saying, hey, I have not made any money, but talk to my super duper diamond upline, you can say now, yes, me, the guy that's working with you here at 7-Eleven, yes, I'm making $300-400 on my own without telling anyone. Now that is a very powerful example of why we're passionate about this industry. So once again, to get more details about that, go to moneyiq.tech, watch the presentation, learn about IQ.com is a great resource site as well that you can download the presentation, download some of the documents there as well. So IQ investors, what is the purpose of investing? The purpose of investing is seeing what you think might go up in value and getting earlier. Why do people invest in property? Because they say, wow, let's get this property right now. Let's buy it and flip it and sell it later and make 10 to 20 to 30%. So an investor will look at something now and hope that will go up in value. Property investors, what do? They buy a property and hope that they buy and hold and hope that the property go up. So I'm going to talk to you about what era investment we're talking about. So I want you to, I'm going to write new versus old. Let's talk about the economy, right? There's nothing that has changed the economy till this date like the internet. All of you, I don't know about all of you, there's some young people here, but do you remember when there was no internet? Trey, do you remember there was no internet? Right? Ty, do you remember when there's no internet? Peter, you remember when there's no internet? It seems like a long time ago, but not really a long time ago, right? And nowadays, we cannot live without the internet. All of us is on the internet right now. All of us have a phone to use to go on the internet more than making a phone call. Do you know that the average person look at their phone over 300 times a day, and that's not to make phone calls, right? That is to get on the internet. The internet has changed all our lives. But if you went back to when the internet first started, the average person had no access to the internet. No. How did you have access to the internet in the beginning? You went to the internet cafe, You pay 20, 30 bucks to get 20, 30 minutes on a computer. And what do? Everything was slow. You didn't go to do Amazon. You just went there to chat to people, read up on kind of some stuff, and that was about it. And if I told you back then, 15, 20 years ago, what the internet was going to do, and I said, hey, Trey, let's invest into the internet and let's do some business in the internet, Trey, you wouldn't be here right now. I probably wouldn't be here right now. We would be billionaires if we knew how to invest in internet. Think about this. This industry that I love does about $180 billion. Amazon, one company, does about the same revenue. So this industry that I love, network marketing, has over 100 million people involved. They do over $180 billion in revenue, and Amazon, one company, does the same thing. They're not the biggest company in that space. Alibaba does bigger than Amazon. So think about what the internet has done from a business standpoint. Think about how the internet and people who invested in it monetize in the internet. So, Trey, if we could go back in time and if we could put some capital to invest in the internet, we wouldn't be here today, right? Would you say, yes, let's go back in time, let's go learn how to monetize the internet? We wouldn't be here today. But if we went back, 99% of people would be like, the internet? You can't make money on the internet. People need to go to a golf store to learn to feel the golf club. They're not going to buy on the internet. People are not going to buy shoes on the internet. They need to go to the store to wear it and feel it. People are not going to buy clothes on the internet. Are you crazy? They want to go try the clothes on in the store. But what do we do now? We buy everything on the internet. Virtually everything in this room, I bought on the internet. I bought this on the internet. I bought this on the internet. I bought the camera that I'm using right now on the internet, the TV, everything, virtually everything in my room, I bought on the internet. But unfortunately, guys, we can't go back in time to do that. One of the first things I would have done if I could go back in time is go buy Ferrari.com, McDonald's.com, Coca-Cola.com, and just sold that alone and we'll be rich, right? But we can't turn back time. So if you go back in time at a point when 99% of people didn't know about internet, and I ask you today, would you invest in the internet, the economy? You say yes. So what is new right now? What is new right now that I want to share with you that everybody knows about, but not really know about? So the new economy. Digital currency, blockchain. Technology. See, guys, all of you have kind of heard about it. Digital currency, blockchain. Why would you have heard about it? Because it's in the news. If you Google some of the big banks in the world, they're hiring some of the best blockchain experts to learn about that technology. So where are we in the world right now in this new economy? Here's the truth. In 2017, there was 7 million digital wallets in the world. To be part of this new economy, you need a digital wallet. Like when the credit card first came out, when everyone started talking about credit cards, a piece of plastic that is going to replace cash in your wallet, you may be like, no, we use cash. We don't use this plastic card. What do we do now? We don't use cash. We use this plastic card, right? In 2018, ladies and gentlemen, there was 43 million digital wallets. Look, in 1 year, it increased the amount of digital wallets. And how many people is there in the world? There's about 8 billion people. What I'm passionate about is now all of us have the ability to talk to this 8 billion people in the world about the new economy and teach them how to monetize in this new economy. Now, some of you may not want to be part of that. That's okay. But if you look at what I talked about the internet, if we could go back in time, well, now we don't have to go back in time to the internet, because the new economy, in my opinion, will be much bigger than what the internet meant. So in this new economy, we know now that 8 billion doesn't have a digital wallet, which means that 99.9% of people in the world is not participating in this new economy. They're not participating in this new economy, but they've heard about it. It's crazy the amount of people that I meet that heard about this new economy, but has no idea. So how do we introduce them to the new economy? How do we introduce them to IQ? Part of what we do here with our leadership, and Jeremy Roma, a big shout out to Jeremy Roma. He is one of our great buddy friends. He has been really sharing with people the message of what IQ is. How are we doing this? By creating a system. Our leadership as specialists in this industry about creating systems, about giving you guys more time and money. And as we create it, because we are in a pre-launch right now, the company is going to have the ability for you to start enrolling next week. Even right now, you can't enroll now. There's only pre-enrollment forms. You can't enroll right now. But how we are going to create a system we're going to share with you is really simple. So just imagine, think about what your first job was. Maybe a car wash attendant. Maybe I was talking to my friend Ty yesterday. One of his first jobs was working at a golf course, collecting golf balls, cleaning golf carts. I love golf, right? So I said to Ty yesterday, look, imagine Ty, we're both working at a golf course. I'm an 18-year-old kid, just part-time job. Ty is my manager, 21-year-old professional, wannabe golfer, telling me to clean a golf cart. I want to learn from him. And we're just chit-chatting, but I've been on the IQ business for maybe 6 months, making a few $100s extra a month. And the first person I talked to is Ty. And I said, hey, Ty, look, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your financial IQ? And Ty said to me, 3. Not now, but back then when he was working, he said, hey, maybe a 3. And I said to him immediately, Ty, so would you want to increase that? He said, absolutely. So here's part of our system, ladies and gentlemen. By asking one of your peers, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate your financial IQ? Whatever they say, you ask them the question, would you want to increase it? Their answer is absolutely. Why? Because I don't think there's many people in the world that says, yeah, I don't want to be smarter, I want to be dumber. I'm sorry to use that word, but I want to be less intelligent. That's not really, no one really going to say that. So what have we done now? We've asked a simple question that evoked an answer, that evoked another response that they want to know how to increase it. That little question is very important in doing business and in putting the right train of thought for the individual in front of you. And you're offering something of importance to them to increase their financial IQ. And how do they increase our financial IQ here in IQ? Our first 2 product offerings, and I repeat, our first 2. If you look at some of the great legacy companies out there like Amway, Herbalife, Mary Kay, they don't start, the amount of products they have today is not representative of the amount of products when they first started. Amazon, when they first started, they didn't have a million things on Amazon.com. They only had a few. So for here in IQ, I'm repeating ourselves. We are starting with these 2 offerings, but it's going to expand and get bigger. It's going to be one of those legacy companies that we all wish. For example, we know Amway. If we could turn back time and be part of a pre-launch before Amway has started, I'm sure you won't be talking to me right now. To me, this opinion, we are in that same spot, but more dynamic. So what is the 2 offering? 1 is the knowledge. I love the ability to help every single person bridge the knowledge gap. Bridging the knowledge gap is something I'm passionate about. It's because I always said, the wealthier person just knows something I don't know. I'm not here to be a smart aleck. I'm here to be a sponge to get information from the right people. my sponge is not easily penetrated. I don't let anyone just give me information. The information that I receive must come from someone who is an expert in that field or taught from experience. In the US, financial advisors in the US, I think the statistics is 80% of financial advisors has less money than the people they're advising for. So guess what does that mean? I'm not going to get a financial advisor to give me advice. Why? Because I have more money than them. You get the logic behind that. So my financial advisor right now, my investment banker, he manages $9.2 billion. So this is nothing to do with the offering today, but just to give you an example how I think is, I manage my money, which is not 9.2 billion. This gentleman manages $9.2 billion. His earnings is 1% of what he manages. So on a yearly basis, he earns about $92 million. You get what I'm saying? So I get advice from him because he knows how to manage money and knows how to make money. Most financial advisors have less money than their clients. So the knowledge gap is something huge. And one thing I love about the knowledge gap in network marketing is this: nobody can take it away from you. Some of the things I shared with you today, and I can see some of you nodding your head, which I appreciate, is knowledge that's free advice. It's knowledge that you may take and use yourself that nobody can take away from you. In my experience in this industry, we have some great products, but I don't use that shampoo anymore. I don't use that face wash anymore. I don't use that juice anymore. Not because I don't want to use it anymore. It's not accessible. That company's probably closed down or is not accessible to me anymore. But in terms of knowledge, once you gain that product of knowledge, nobody can take away from you, which is very, very important. The next I want to share with you is the IQ Bot. The IQ Bot is the second product that we're offering. And this is, like I said, this is the beginning of a legacy company. So not the only two offerings, but the IQ Bot gives you the ability to participate in the new economy and learn how to monetize in the new economy with a robot or IQ Bot helping you do that. So if you look at traditionally in the old economy, how do they invest in money? They use the stock market. They use the Forex market. Now, that's the old economy. I have nothing against that. But generally speaking, the NASDAQ and the London market are open only Monday to Friday. The new economy in digital currency, it is a 24-hour market. There's many exchanges. You're just not locked or not centralized with just the NASDAQ or the London exchange. There's many markets. So what is the difference between the old and new is the old is restricted, is not 24 hours, and the new economy is 24 hours and there's multiple exchanges. So the IQ Bot is a fully automated bot to help you learn how to trade in the new economy. And it's simply, if you don't want to learn, you can just turn it on and leave it. Turn it on and leave it. And our offering today, and I'll go through a comp plan in a second, is that depending on how far you want to take it is totally up to you. Totally up to you. You can either just participate by pressing play, or as you get more knowledge, you may say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Let's try to increase this bot to have more, this bot set to be higher risk, this bot set to be lower risk, this bot focus on these kinds of offerings. That's totally up to you. You want to create a turnkey solution for everybody out there. So why IQ, guys? I shared with you a quick upside of why IQ is exciting for me is because to me, the big thing is the knowledge gap they're all going to learn. And also it's giving you the ability to have the IQ Bot to earn while you learn before recruiting anybody. So this is IQ. I love the all in you. Let's get into the comp plan quickly. So guys, the comp plan is amazing. So let's start with the offerings. Here's the go. You have a $500 pack, a $1,500 pack, a $5,000 pack, and a $10,000 pack. What do you get in each of this pack? Really simple. In the $500 pack, In the education, you get a 3-month access, 6 months access, 12 months access, 24 months access. I'm going to put a big disclaimer right now, ladies and gentlemen, for everyone watching this. If you're watching this on a replay, what I'm writing on the board right now has not been finalized. Why? You need to understand where we are in the build of this company called IQ. We are literally at the ground floor. We're actually in the basement. The official launch is next week. So from now to next week, the information I'm sharing with you could change. Why? Because our #1 goal is to be the first company in this space in a new economy that is compliant, not just in the US, but compliant globally. That's very important. If you've ever been in the digital currency space, you know it's very lucrative, but at the same time, you know, many, if not all the companies are not compliant based on the US standard or the standards in your country. Our #1 goal is this new economy is real. This new economy is very lucrative. Hey, there's people not doing it the right way. Let's be the first. Let's be the first to do it the right way. And that's why we're on a call today. That's why I can put my name to something in a new economy. Why? Because the people behind the corporate, the #1 rule with our 3 lawyers is to make this the first compliant offering, not locally, but globally. So, disclaimer is what you see here may change. It might not change, but it may change. So don't hold me to it. So from an educational platform, each pack gives you more access, right? That's important because you want to go back to review the information. You want to go back to make sure that you're studying the right information to understand about the new economy. So that's that. From the IQBot platform, each pack gives you different levels of participation. From a principal value of monetizing or funding your bot. So once you have a bot, you put it on your market, you need to fund it. For example, you open a bank account, is doing nothing without you putting money into the bank account. If you open a traditional online brokerage account to start trading stocks, you open it, then you need to fund it, right? So between each pack, the principal level you can fund with a $500 pack is $5,000. Over here is $50,000. Over here is $200,000. Over here is in infinity. So what does that mean? If you come in with a $500,000 pack, we will give you up to $5,000 of the ability to put money in for you to trade in a new market or for you to allow the IQ bot to trade for you. On a side note, if you've been involved in bots before, there are a lot of bots that is not compliant here in the US and maybe in your country. Why? For 2 reasons. They don't have a securities license behind it, and number 2, they cannot prove the algorithms. Here in IQ, our IQ bot has that 2 things. It has the security license. It has the algorithms where the authorities can look at the algorithms to make sure that the algorithms created is where you guys can win in using the IQ bot. So that's very important for you to know. So here is the 3 principal levels. Now, I just talked about license. Over here, you have 1 license, 2 license, 4 license. Why is the licensing important? Is because to be compliant, you need the license. Number 2 is, why do you need more than 1? You can sell the license as a retailable product. So, you know, Peter might be using it, loves it, his cousin, his uncle, his friends might want to buy. He can sell one of his licenses as a retail product to his friend. Next, over here you have 1 bot, 1 exchange. Over here you have 2 bots, 2 exchanges. Here you have 4 bots, 4 exchanges, and you got 6 bots, 6 exchanges. What does that mean? Now, my goal is 85% of people to make $500. So 85% of people most likely come in at the $500 level or the $1,500 level, in my opinion. Why? Is because the 85% of people, they don't know maybe network marketing. They don't know what the new economy, but they're intrigued in what is it, so they might start at this level first. And as they increase their education, we want to make sure that they don't overspend. So with these limits here is to protect you as a business owner who shared the product to someone, and to also protect the individual who's coming into the business. So the first level, they have one trading bot, just as a novice. Over here now they have two. With two, they can set different measures for each bot. As they learn more about their education, they might want to have 4 bots or 6 bots with 6 exchanges. What does that mean? As you get better, you want to have the more flexibility to do different things. Next, as well here, there is no master trader, no master trader. Over here, there's a master trader and a master trader. What does the master trader mean? It means it gives you the ability to learn from the masters, the qualified. They have to go through a licensing. They have to go through the ability to prove that they are a master trader. And you can watch them and learn from them and see what they do, right? So only these 2 packs give you that ability. And over here, we have a $75 a month hosting fee, $75 a month hosting fee. Over here is included for 12 months, included for 12 months. So you can see the attractiveness of what each pack may do for the individual. For me personally, I like the ability to have more trading bots, more exchanges, and the ability to learn from the master trader. Like I said at the beginning, my goal is to always learn from the best, right? So these packs have the ability for me to learn from the master trader. So when you enter with these packs, this is how I foresee it. And this is why I'm so excited. It's because for you guys who are in this industry, some of you had success in the past, some of you may not, but you know people that did not have success in this industry. With what we're offering here in IQ, Ray, for example, she knows of people that maybe came into this industry and never made money before. Those people can in turn come in here, get one of these packages. Let's say they get a $500 pack. They learn and they earn. Why? Because we have the bot to help them. As they learn, they say, look, I'm getting good at this level. Let's go to this level. And all they do is pay the difference. All they do is pay the difference, and now they can play at this level. As they get proficient at this level, they say, now it's time to come over here to get the advantage of the master trader, to get the advantage of the increased principal, and the ability to sell license to earn an extra retail income. So the gradual growth here, in my belief, is how business should grow. If you've done network marketing before, what do? Hey, make sure you come in with the biggest pack. Why? Because you may never talk to them again next month. They might disappear. So you want to make sure you get the most out of them, which I don't like. There's advantages and disadvantages, a lot of disadvantages. But over here, ladies and gentlemen, when you get someone following our system and coming in with something comfortable, for them, could mean $1,500. As a product works for them, they want to go to the next levels. So I'm very happy of the offering we have here that have the ability to move out. Now, let's go into the comp plan. What is the difference in terms of the comp plan over here is that we have a 60% BV ratio. That is very good in the industry, very good. I've been with companies where it's a quarter, 25%, 50%, 30%. Over here is a 60% business volume ratio, which means that when someone comes at 500, ladies and gentlemen, there is a 300 BV given for you for the commission. Over here, there's 900 BV. Over here, there's 3,000 BV. And over here, there's 6,000 BV. Remember, once again, guys, this presentation is not for the novice, it's for the leaders who want to get a little bit of extra information. If you're new here, make sure you go to moneyiq.tech, go through the presentation there, go to learnaboutiq.com, learn about that, and you can come back and watch this replay. So it is a binary compensation plan, a very dynamic binary compensation plan. with a compensation plan in terms of number one, what we call dual team commission. When you come in at this pack, you are instantly at 8%. At this pack at 8%. Over here is 9%. And over here is 12% that you can earn in a binary. But through earning ranks, you can go up to 15% as you build a business. So how do you earn a 15% binary commission? Is by building the business. As you build the business, you are rewarded a higher percentage. The maximum, ladies and gentlemen, is $175,000 a week. A week. So, Trey, is that okay for you? $175,000 a week? You be all right with that? All right, fantastic. So, in the industry, guys, I've been in this industry 20 years now. When they first started, the maximum was $5,000 a week. You'd be like, wow, $5,000 a week. And then someone would be like, oh, now it's $20,000 a month, which is $5,000 a week. Then it became $40,000 a month, and we're like, wow. Now we've taken it to the next level. $175,000 per week is the maximum based on your rank, just for number one, the dual team commission. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, we got a fast start bonus, which is 10% of the BV. What does that mean? If you introduce me at the 10,000 level pack, 10% of the BV of the 10,000 pack is 6,000. 10% of 6,000 is a $600 fast start bonus to me. Here's some principles that it is taught on the presentation at moneyiq.tech. Is that some of the simple rules here is because we're teaching you about the new economy, we are expecting you to participate in the new economy. What does that mean? The new economy is Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is a fundamental of what the new economy is. So how do you get involved in IQ? You need Bitcoin. How do you get paid? You get paid in Bitcoin. For the people who have no idea what that is, that's why you're here. And for the people who know what it is, they're like, yes, we get paid in Bitcoin. Why? Because there's a race, got thumbs up there, is because there's a lot of advantages to Bitcoin. It's an asset on its own basis. And it allows everybody here that's coming from all around the world. I see my good friend Toby, she's in Nigeria. I see friends from Malaysia. I see friends from Thailand. I see friends from all around the world. And the Bitcoin is a universal so-called currency that all of us have access to and can share easily, which is a huge, huge benefit. So that's a fast start bonus. Number three is what we call the matching bonus, 3% to 7 levels. So based on your rank, we match your binary check. So Peter, if you sponsored me and my binary check was 100,000, based on your rank at 3% is $3,000 you can match from me. And if I brought in 100 people, then you get 3% from them as well. So it's 3% at every level, and you go to a maximum of 7 levels. That's the matching bonus. Number 4 is an infinity bonus. 1 plus 1%. Now this is very important to note. Okay, I'm going to draw it on the side here. In a traditional network marketing company, for companies that have matching bonuses, what they normally do is cut you off here and say 1 to 7. Some companies do 10 levels, some companies do 5 levels. Over here, as you build the business, they give you the matching bonus only on this top level. Why? Because that's how they normally do it. But where the big volume is down here. You don't get a piece of it. Here in IQ, we're changing that. When you reach the top levels, you're able to get 1% of everything to infinity, And if you reach the highest level, they add an extra 1%. So 2% in total to infinity of your business. So other companies cap you just at the top. Here in IQ, we give it to you to infinity. Why? Because we don't want to penalize you for building a big business. We don't want to penalize you for building a big business. So that's the infinity bonus. And because, like I said, we are part of the new economy, we have number 5. Okay, let's close. Number 5, we have a coin bonus fast start of 20%. In the other presentation on MoneyIQ.tech, we'll talk more about our digital currency. But once again, guys, we are participating in the digital currency. So there's digital currency that's involved in it. Like, for example, if you're learning about golf, at some point, I'm going to put a golf club in your hand. If you're learning about how to cook, at some point, I'm going to put a pan in your hand, right? You're going to get dirty. So part of our offering is digital currency as well, but it's not an offering, it is a reward. So in doing the right thing, we're going to say, here, you're learning what we're teaching you. We're going to reward you with some digital currency. So what is the first one? Now, coin bonus, fast start 20%. If you introduce me at the $10,000 level, 20% of that is $2,000. You will earn $2,000 of our digital currency, which is on the exchange. So on a side note, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been into this digital currency before, why it's not compliant, there's 3 things that companies do that is not compliant in the US and worldwide. Number 1 is that we're not part of ICO. That's not compliant, right, in the MLM space. Number 2, we're not part of mining in the MLM space where we say, hey, go buy a mining machine and you get a % profit paid back to you every single week. In the MLM space, that's not compliant. Number 3 is, hey, let's pull our money together, give it to this guy will start trading and give you a % back. In an MLM environment, that's not compliant. So what we're doing is the number 1 rule is not for us to just be compliant in the US, but to be compliant globally. So you can't buy our digital currency in our business, but you can go to the open market and buy any of the digital currency. Some of the digital currency MLM companies that are not compliant, you can't buy it on the open market. It's only in the private market. Our digital currency is on the open market that's being traded right now, over $1 million a day being traded, even before our company's officially launched. So that's number 5. Number 6, there's a coin bonus uni level at 15%, 7 levels. What does that mean? It means that the company wants to reward you with the digital currency for building a business. So if Ty sponsors me, I come into the business. I do not earn any digital currency, but because Ty introduced me, the company will give him a fast start coin bonus and will give him a coin bonus for the uni level, which means that he will get some bonuses because he sponsored me. His sponsor will get some bonus all the way up 7 levels. So if you're building this business, what are you incentivized to do? Incentivized to help your team member build the business. So if Peter helped Ty to help me build my business, Peter and Ty earns from the company some coins, which is fantastic. It's a helping environment, not only for 2 levels, but it's for 7 levels that the coin bonus go to. There's a big one I missed out here. I'm going to put here number 5. Let's change the numbers. 6, 7. Over here, we have our rank bonus. So what I'm doing for you guys, just to let you know, on this side, you earn in Bitcoin. Now, for the people, if you don't know what it means, and they say, well, can I get US dollars? Oh, can I get my Singaporean currency? Can I get my Thai currency? The answer is yes. As soon as you get your commission in Bitcoin, you can transfer that straight away to your local fiat currency. That's totally up to you. It is very intriguing. As you learn more about the new economy, the less you want fiat, the more you want Bitcoin, right? So that's totally up to you, just to let you know right now. So what is the rank bonus? The company says, if You built this business, we want to reward you for hitting rank. Hit double diamond, here's 100,000, Ty. Hit triple diamond, Ty, here's actually $250,000 cash. Hit all the way up to the highest level, crown ambassador, Ty, I'm gonna give you $1 million. Is that okay? Not me, the company, right? Not me, the company. Trey, is that okay? $1 million, boom, for doing the right thing. Here is $1 million, and the company is gonna pay it out to you, right? Which is fantastic. If you accumulate all the cash bonuses, it is not one, it's not two, but it's $3 million in cash bonuses for you building this business. I repeat, if you go through all the ranks, your cash bonus that you can earn is up to $3 million. Now, when I talk about dollars, I talk about US dollars, but you pay in the equivalent in Bitcoin at the point where your commissions come out. So this is very powerful. Over here, number 8, we got incentive trips. I mean, part of this business, guys, is that we are part of a family. We're here building, we got the same mission, and the company likes to reward us for working hard on a holiday totally paid for. So all of you here can agree with me that, you know, Nati and I, we work really hard. It's 5 a.m. in the morning and we're working. So they say, you know what, for you and the people here, let's go on a holiday. So let's do that. So that's the incentive trip. And number 9, we don't really have the name yet, but it's called the insane, crazy, wow bonus. I don't know, whatever you choose, guys, maybe put it down on the chat group, which you prefer. If you want to call it insane bonus, crazy bonus, wow bonus. If you can think of something else, drop it on the chat to see what you want to call it. But basically what we're doing here is the company's putting away 3% of the revenue, 3% of the revenue to spoil the leaders. How many of you like to spoil your grandkids? How many of you like to spoil your kids? How many of you love to spoil the people you love? Guess what? The company loves to spoil their leaders. What are they going to do? Our target, which I know we're going to meet in 2019, $1 billion in revenue, 2020, $3 billion. 3% of $3 billion is $90 million. $90 million. And what are you going to do with it? Well, I asked that question, and the response was, and Ty just wrote it there, the response was, hey, maybe let's buy all our leaders Rolls Royces. Yes, buy all our leaders Rolls Royce. Or hey, let's buy all our leaders a condo in the Bahamas. And we're smiling right now. That sounds good. And this is one of the reasons why I'm excited about this company, is because in my 20 years experience, why I've left certain companies is because I've been let down by the company. I've let down by the corporate end of the company. Why? Because they don't understand us. We are the players, we are the distributors, but they are not the distributors. Running the MLM component of IQ is a renowned leader in this industry. His name is Mr. Holton Buggs. He was kind of the first gentleman that broke all the records in this industry. 28-year-old veteran in this industry. Last 10 years, he's been corporate side as well. And he's our strategic alliance partner here. His goal is to create the best environment for us to win. And he wants us to win because his philosophy is, if our leaders are happy, our business is happy. It sounds simple, but trust me, my 20 years of doing this business is not always being the case. So now I love that it's one of us that is aligning the company to where it wants to go. So that's very important. So guys, here's the kind of comp plan. Here's kind of offering. But the last thing I want to share with you before we close this out is that I want to share with you the game plan. As we know, next Saturday is the official launch. Our organization with Jeremy Roma and all the top leaders, Nat and Chania, all the top leaders involved. Our goal is to make sure that we spoil our leaders as well. It is very important I repeat, very important that if you want to be part of our history-making team, be part of the organization, the founding leaders of IQ that's part of our organization, Nat and Trinita at the top of our organization, we got to create records. Why? Because facts tells, story sells. We want to create the best stories for all of you. And some of you know that in my house in Los Angeles, we're having a special event in a couple of days where Mr. Holtenbugs is coming to visit some of our top leaders. There'll be about 60 of us that's going to be here in Los Angeles. Game plan. So for everyone who can't make it yet, don't worry. Natina and I naturally, we have a very aggressive plan to help foster our leaders to go to the next level. Help foster our leaders to go next level. So what is the game plan, guys? Here's the fundamentals of your business. I'm going to lay out a game plan to you, and all you need to do is raise your hand and say, I'm going to run this play. Natina and I, we are running the play. If you want to run the play with us, then we recognize you as one of the top leaders. And you know what? We're going to have mastermind sessions at my house in LA, or in Thailand, wherever it may be. We want to work closely with our leaders. And, you know, today has just been about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks of us building this business. And I believe our organization will be about 5,000 people. I would love 5,000 people to mastermind, but that's not really a mastermind. That's called a convention. So how do we select who's part of the mastermind? It's the people who say, look, I'm going to run this play and do the play. What is the play? No matter what business you're in, you must always start a business with what I call the 2020 plan. If you've never heard of this, you're hearing of it right now. It's the fundamental basics of building any network marketing business. So if you're here spying on us, no problem. Go back to your company and do this. All right? I love this industry. I don't care if you're not with us. I care that you're in the industry, and I want you to win in the industry. And what I'm going to teach you now is going to help you and your team win in your company. 2020 plan, which means that in a binary, there's a left leg and there's a right leg, or left organization, right organization. I'm going to show you what you do on the left organization, which you duplicate on the right organization at the same time. So 2020, 20 on the left, 20 on the right. Here's the numbers. 6 to 8 will quit. I'm telling you right now, if you bring in 20 people, 6 to 8 will quit. So when they quit, don't feel bad, because I already told you they're going to quit. 6 to 8 will incubate, which means they're going to sit and watch you do the business. They're going to sit and say, now is not the time. Right now, I am whatever, that fill in the blank. They're going to incubate. 6 to 8 is saying, I'm going to build it big. Build it big. And guess what? Of the 6, 2 will become superstars. So yes, in building 20 on the left, you're going to get 2 superstars. Building 20 on the right, you're going to get another 2. So the total is, in bringing 20 and 20, you're going to have 4 superstars. Numbers do not lie. Numbers do not lie. If you do the 20-20, this is what you're going to get. You may say to me, oh, that's 40 people. Guys, I told you, this is network marketing. Don't forget the work part of the networking. Some people just think it's a networking, socializing, but there's no work involved. If you want to be successful, you need to work. And this is not, hey, bring 2 and fold your arms and you be a gazillionaire. No, this is a 2020 plan for you to work at a business. Right. So what does this mean? Let me share with you this, guys. Let's assume that these groups of people come in at the $1,500 pack, and your superstar decides to come in at the $5,000 pack. This is just an example, and if you've done this business before, realistically, it's going to be a higher number than this. But I'm just giving you a basic baseline that these majority of people, 18, will come in at 1,500, and the 2 superstars will come in at 5,000. The goal is for my leadership outlet that we got a mastermind. Listen to me here, guys. My mastermind group, our leadership mastermind group, we will do things together. Natina and I truly believe, Nat and Shanita truly believe in lifting up leaders, in building you guys up to run your business. And how do you have that knowledge gap on how to do it? It's about spending quality time together. And that's why part of our building an IQ is that we need to see who our core leaders are and spend time with it. It could be, hey, I'm going to get you out to LA for 5 days. Let's have a mastermind together. Or I may say, hey guys, let's go to Hawaii for 3-4 days. Let's build together. Some of it we'll pay for. Some of you, when you start making some cash, you pay for me, right? It's a win-win situation right now. So, but seriously, we want you to run this play before we launch next week, which means that on day 1, you're done your 2020. So for some of you who's been involved for the last week or 2, you're 2 weeks in front of Ty because I just told Ty about this last night, right? But this is what I love. You could have joined 2 weeks ago. Ty could have joined last night, but guess what? He could get his 2020 done today before you. This is why I love this business, because everyone's equal. So by next Saturday when we launch, I want you to play the 2020, and after we're done, let me know you're part of it. And this is what's going to happen, guys. If you do this on the left and right side, on phase 1 of doing this, you'll make, guys, between $7,000 and $10,000 by doing this. That's it. $7,000 to $10,000 US by running the 2020 play and pressing play on it next Saturday. $7,000 to $10,000. The goal is, as soon as you run the play on Saturday, you need to duplicate, which means that I expect your 4 superstars, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, your 4 superstars to run the 2020 play as well. So guys, if you already know who your superstars are, don't limit it to 4, get them to do the 2020 play. So if you already just get 4 on the second level, which means that you have 4 that does the 2020, your income now becomes $12,000 to $24,000. So Trey, let me ask you a question. Do you know 4 people that want to make 10 grand in the next week? Well, if you do, guess what? Boom, 12 to 24,000. Now let's take it 1 level deeper. Let's go to the 3rd level of duplication. So these 4 that do the 2020 to 4. Now, get ready, hold your horses. Now you're looking at $56,000 to $112,000 in earning. I hear the silence because I muted all of you, but I hear the silence, right? I hear the silence. Let me repeat what I just said. The basic of any business is a 2020 plan. If you're spying on us, do the 2020 plan, but you won't get these results, obviously. But what you'll get is a stable business. Do the 2020 plan. I assume that these people here will make 1,000, coming with a 1,005 pack. Your 2 superstars will come in at the 5,000 pack. If you add 6, 6, 6, and 2, that is 20. Okay? 6, 6, 6, and 2, that's 20. That's how the 20 came out. If you do this ASAP and you launch it straight away in November, 7,000 to 10,000. If you teach 4 people to do the same, you're at 12,000 to 24,000. And if they teach 4 people to do the same, you are at 56,000 to 112,000 in November. So my question to you is, do you want to make $100,000 in November? If your answer is yes, all you need to do is find 4 people to teach 4 people how to do the 2020 plan. That's it. You may say, what? I need to find people? This is a business. If anyone told you in network marketing that if you're building the structure without recruiting, you're out. They're out of the mind. What I love about us is that if you don't want to build the structure, you can still earn money through the bot and through the bot aspect, which is fine. But it will be impossible for someone who becomes successful using a bot and not telling anyone. When they start telling people, they follow this structure and it's game over. Now, if all of them came in at the gold pack, which is 5,000, which is the gold pack, what are the numbers? Do you guys want to know? Because Nick is on here. Nick is one of our superstars in Thailand. Hi, Nick. They told me in Thailand that 1,500 is not even on their lips. 5,000 is not on their lips. Everyone's coming in with a 10,000. That's what they told me. I said, okay. They said, these numbers are too small. That's okay. So if they all came in with the gold standard, how much are they going to make? On level 1, they're going to make 20,000 to 26,000. Level 2, they're going to make 35 to 70,000. And level 3, they're going to make a cool $165,000. If I do the $10,000 pack, you'll be thinking it's crazy. It is crazy. That's why we have the wild, crazy incentive bonus. So guys, my goal this morning was to just share with you how simple this business is. And it's here for the average person who wants to learn about the new economy, because the new economy is sexy. Remember, I told you, 99.9% of people does not have a digital wallet. They don't. And our goal is to educate, is to enrich, and to really get all these people that want to know about the new economy and get them empowered. Educate, enrich, and empower. That's why we're so excited about what IQ has to offer for everyone, guys. I'm excited to be here sharing with you this game plan. But to put the cherry on top, I don't like cherries. I don't know why you like cherries, but I don't. But the saying is to put a cherry on top. This is the game plan. What is next? If you focus on converting your 12, because you have 6, build it big, 6 on the left, 6 on the right. Once you launch in November, and for the next 12 months, you focus on helping each one of your build it big people to become a diamond. How do they become a diamond? A diamond is at this level. A diamond is on level 3, where you come in, you do the 20, you teach 4 20 20, and they teach 4 20 20, you become a diamond. Your goal after month 1 is to help your 12 people who want to build it big, help each of them become a diamond. Step 1, do the 20 20. This is your results. Step 2, help your 12 people who want to build it big. They say, I want to build it big. Help them become a diamond, and when they do, it could take you 12 months, it could take you 6 months, two every month. You are now making $1 million a month. Do you hear me right? Trey, do you hear me? Do this. 2020, get 7 to 10,000. Help 4 do it. Now you're earning 12 to 24, and help them help 12, you're earning about 100K. Then after month 1, you help the 12. 12 is a good number, right? Jesus at 12, he did fine. We can do 12 too, right? 12. Why 12 is a great number? For the next 12 months, help your 12 become a diamond. And when you do, that is $1 million a month in earning. I believe that our company here in IQ will be the first company in the world to help individuals make $1 million a week. the bar has changed in this industry. Why? Because how we built in this industry today is not how we built in the industry 5-10 years ago. We are using the new way of building this industry, not the old way. We're using a new economy, not the old economy. So if you're stuck at a company where they're building it the old way, and you look at the success of our family, of what we've done in this industry, we know how to take something old and bring it new. And that's why I'm excited to partner with you here. This is why I'm excited with this project. Why? Because the number one reason is I can help a larger group of people make a few $100s extra. To you, a few $100s might not be a lot, but if you look at the world right now, a few $100s to the majority of the population out there could be the difference between starvation and not. A few $100s could be a difference between living on the street and not. And I want to give the people the ability. It is not their fault that they're born with, maybe some financial challenges. It's not their fault, but it is their fault if they die poor. And my goal is to give everybody the ability to take them out of the 95% of people in the world and get them across to the other side of the quadrant where money is working for you. And only in IQ, I know that you can start in the I quadrant and learn and earn. And once you're earning, for the majority, they can start building. But for all the leaders on this call today, I'm excited to meet you because this is the game plan that we're running. Make sure you go to learnaboutiq.com. That's a team resource site. Make sure you add yourself to the list so you stay connected. Make sure you go to moneyiq.tech, see the presentation. But this is just the beginning. We are starting here just in the beginning. And you will see what we will create out of this. Some of you will sit back and watch. Some of you will be part of founding leadership. My goal is for you to be part of our founding leadership. Say, yes, I'm going to do this 2020. And I'm virtually spending my time looking for over 100 people that want to become diamonds. Over 100 people that want to build it big and create a legacy here in IQ. So guys, this is why we came here today. I'm excited to share all this with you. Looking forward to meet every single one of you, no matter where you are in the world. I know some of you will be seeing shortly in the next couple of days. But guys, my name is Chad Chong. My wife, my beautiful wife, Natita, is with our kids right now, just past 6 a.m. in the morning. But this is why we believe together with what is in front of us, we can all change the world together. Love you guys. Look forward to see you soon wherever you are. And I look forward to doing more of this information. Any feedback's welcome. Send me a WhatsApp message. Do whatever you like. You can find me really easily. Give me some feedback because guess what? This is my first kind of public presentation to everyone. So if it looks like I've done this publicly before, no, I haven't. But my goal is that I'm passionate. When I see that people can win, I just open up my heart and share with all you guys. So God bless you guys. Have a good rest of your night, rest of your morning. And guys, see you at the top. Bye.